Alright, guys, what's up? So, Ronaldo is out of the World Cup. Before the World Cup even started, I knew Portugal were gonna lose, but not this early in the round of 16. I was expecting Portugal to play France in the semi-final and lose to France, but they lost to Spain, and they lost to Spain in a manner that I am not happy with, okay? Sure, you can lose to Spain, but losing to Spain in this manner where, Roberto Martinez doesn't start Leao and doesn't start Conceição and subs them in late, that really, really frustrates me, really pisses me off. Of course, I wanted Portugal to win the World Cup. My goal, I wanted them to lift the trophy, the last trophy, guys. He needed to complete his cabinet, just like the way Lionel Andres Messi completed his cabinet back in 2022. For people, let me make this very clear, because I've seen online all the rubbish from, I like to call them, guys, Penaldo fans, not Ronaldo fans. I'm a Ronaldo fan, but when Ronaldo lost, and I saw it on the screen and he was crying a little bit, guys, I wasn't crying. Guys, I already know he's the GOAT. So, why should I cry? He is the greatest player of all time in my eyes. People who say Messi's the GOAT, no problem, bro. No problem. Messi, you can put the GOAT label on him as well, no problem. That's fine. But me personally, guys, I think he's the GOAT. No, Messi and Ronaldo, guys, they never needed their World Cups. They never needed the World Cup to prove anyone that they are one of the greatest players of all time. So for me, I wasn't crying, bro. Of course, I wanted him to win this competition, to complete his cabinet, to complete the CV, to complete football, in the eyes of people. But he never needed that World Cup. Messi never needed this World Cup to label themselves as GOATs. But what frustrated me personally is the manner at which you lost Roberto Martinez. The manner. The manner is what pisses me off. You lost not starting Leao, not starting Conceição. He played João Felix and Neto. The moment I saw those two in the starting 11, I knew it was going to be bad. Bad, bad, bad. And then you have other players to blame, guys. Ronaldo before the World Cup was kicked, bro. Guys, I watched the Saudi League. I watched the Saudi League all the time, okay? All the time. I've watched the full season. The Al Nassr won the league, okay? Ronaldo did not even finish as top goal scorer in the Saudi League, which is not even a top 5 league in the world. Ivan Toney and Julian Quinones got more goals than Ronaldo. They got more goals than Ronaldo. Ronaldo is barely able to score against a club in Saudi, okay? Ronaldo, I've seen him every single game, all 38 games of the Saudi League. I think it's 38, I'm not sure. It's like 30 something, okay? The entire season I've watched all of Al Nassr's games. Ronaldo, guys, Ronaldo is barely scoring against clubs in Saudi. He is struggling, bro. He's slow. You can tell he's 41. He's really degraded. His ability has went downhill, okay? So, for me, guys, I knew this was gonna happen. I knew Ronaldo coming into this was gonna play this way. He was only gonna score penalties. The goal against Uzbekistan, good job, man. But I had no expectations on Ronaldo. I knew Ronaldo was going to play like this. But my expectations were on Bruno Fernandes, PFL Player of the Year, the best player in the Premier League in my eyes, one of the best players in the world, and Vitinha. I think Pedri is better, but Vitinha is number 2 on the planet. We had expectations. What is Vitinha doing every game with Portugal? He passes it back. He passes his fucking back. Pass it forward. Fucking pass it forward, man. I have not seen Vitinha put a pass forward this entire World Cup. I don't understand. Is it Roberto Martinez's tactics or what? I don't understand, guys. It's every game. Is it Roberto Martinez or is it Vitinha? I don't understand. But Vitinha, this World Cup, really disappointing. Bruno Fernandes, really disappointing. Okay. Leao should have started this game. Conceição, very good World Cup, should have started this game. I just don't understand. And then you have Nuno Mendes going out in this game. Nuno Mendes, the moment he popped, the moment he got injured, in that moment, I know it was done. Because Nuno Mendes and Marco Correa are the only fullbacks on the planet that can pocket Lamine Yamal convincingly. The moment he was gone, he was Portugal's best player, and he is Portugal's best player. The moment he got injured, I knew it was going to be bad. He got injured, and I know in that moment, guys, the game's not going to go well, because he's subbing in Nelson Semedo to deal with Lamine Yamal, one of the best players in the world. So, horrible, just really bad. And then, you know, so when you start Joe Felix and you start Pedro Neto, you know, Pedro Neto had a run. Pedro Neto had a run this game. But Pedro Neto, what do you expect from Pedro Neto? Pedro Neto is shit. He's been shit with Chelsea. He's a shit player. So he's not going to put you that pass on a plate with that run he made. Conceição would have done it. Conceição would have scored himself. He would have made a pass on a plate for Ronaldo. And Joe Felix, most of this game, has been defending, not making runs. But when you subbed in Leao, you know, Leao made some runs. He did some things, but not really good enough. So then, you know, things just, since, you know, before Mendes got injured, things were going, you know, okayish. But the problem was your two players in front. So when you had the ball, you know, it wasn't going well, because you have two players in front, and then you have a 41-year-old Ronaldo. You know, you can't really do much in the final third. So, the final third, and I was just begging for subs. Bring in Leao. Bring in Conceição. He wasn't doing it. So, and then Nuno Mendes gets injured, and then the game just goes out of hand. You gotta park the bus. And then it just got very, very, very out of hand. And then Ferran Torres, one of the shittiest players on the planet, puts a ball. Mikel Merino scores. And then it's done. Then Portugal attack. And then, you know, because you subbed them in late, Leao and Conceição, you couldn't really do much. And then it's done. Ronaldo's out of the World Cup. So, I wanted them to do well. What I'd say for Cristiano Ronaldo specifically, you know, we're talking about Ronaldo. What I didn't like about Ronaldo coming into this World Cup is, you know, look, I agree with him, you know, that he doesn't need this World Cup to prove anyone that he's the GOAT. But you should still go for the World Cup, man. You should go for it. So I didn't like Ronaldo's attitude. You know, Ronaldo has a, you know, I think he's the GOAT. But this attitude, this ego, I don't like it from him. I really don't like it from him. So he should stop, but he's just not going to stop. But what he can do, and what I really suggest him to do, is just go, you know, he bought a club in La Liga 2. He should just go play for that club. You know, that's all I ask. That's all I ask. Leave Al Nassr, fuck Al Nassr, rubbish club, mafia. They kind of cheated a little bit to win the league, guys, if you don't know. He should just go for the club that he bought in La Liga 2 and just play there. Because Ronaldo, you know, you just keeping on playing, you know, you're just embarrassing yourself at this point. You are embarrassing yourself. So as a Ronaldo fan, I ask him to go play for that club. And I ask people on Twitter and social media, Penaldo fans, to just shut the fuck up, okay? And just tell him to do that. Instead of crying and Messi is cheating, just shut the fuck up, bro. Tell Ronaldo on Twitter, tell Ronaldo all over the place on his Instagram to just go play for the La Liga 2 club that he bought. That's it. That's all I ask. Thank you, guys. Peace out.